Can you really score a great steak from Aldi? As it turns out, yes, but only if you know what you're doing. Whether it be chicken, turkey, or beef, Aldi's meat selection is renowned for being affordable, even by the standards of other supermarkets. There's a reason the grocery chain's meat is so cheap, however, and much of it comes down to sourcing. A lot of the meat sold at each Aldi store is sourced from nearby farms. This keeps transportation short and cheap, which in turn allows Aldi to keep prices low.
Aldi doesn't play pricing games on USDA choice beef. They have low prices every day.
That said, don't be surprised if you stumble across a few costlier cuts while you're browsing the steaks at Aldi. While most of its cows raised for steak are USA-born and bred, the company does offer up a select few products imported from other countries that require more expensive shipping, like the Thomas Farms brand beef, which comes from Australia. On its official FAQ page, Aldi promises that any international products will be labeled as such. So if your steak's origin matters to you, check your packaging carefully for clues. Different situations call for different steaks. A romantic anniversary dinner might call for a pricey Wagyu beef cut, but a standard lunchtime steak salad can be dressed with a much cheaper slab of meat. And for those less formal, run-of-the-mill mealtimes, Aldi shoppers and employees alike recommend checking out the company's 2-pack cuts. Although the quality of these dual pieces is not quite as strong as the singles, customers insist they're the best deal you're going to find in the meat department. This makes the doubles ideal for more frequent steak eaters too, or the people who just need something to fit the bill on an ordinary day. Obviously, you'll want to go with a single wrapped portion for a fancier occasion. But in basically any other scenario, these 2-packs will satisfy both your stomach and your wallet. Of course, some people would literally feel sick if they heard the words casual and steak used in the same sentence. And if you're the type who always goes for the best of the best, then you'll want to pick up Aldi's highest quality steak by far, the ribeye.
This one looks like a real winner.
Aldi's ribeye steaks tend to attract near universal praise from the internet, communally referred to by such adjectives as amazing, delicious, or consistently great. This beefy cut has earned itself a stellar reputation among Aldi shoppers. As one Redditor states, "I have never been disappointed with an Aldi ribeye. And I have bought many, way better than a typical supermarket steak." If you're testing out Aldi's steak offerings for the first time and want to kick off with a bang, be sure to pencil in this first prize pick. You won't be disappointed. Aldi shoppers are likely to come across something called the Cattleman's Ranch Bacon-Wrapped Beef Chuck Tender Filet. At first glance, it might seem that you're about to score the ultimate deal on juicy pork-wrapped steak tenderloins, but, well, you're not. Take a closer look at the pack and you'll see that while the bacon-wrapped steaks might look like tenderloins, they're actually taken from the chuck area of the cow. The chuck is located on the shoulder and provides less tender meat than the tenderloin, which is taken from the back of the cow. Chuck fillets are commonly referred to as mock tenders for this very reason, and it's an easy way to trip up if you're not up to speed on your beef. Some even claim that these bacon chucks are intentionally misleading in appearance, seeking to convince ill-informed consumers that they're higher quality than they actually are. Whether that's true or not, it's certainly worth bearing in mind as you shop for steaks at Aldi. A sad truth about shopping on a budget is that some items will always be better than others, and there's plenty that steak fans should avoid at Aldi. Interestingly, according to many online reviews, the vast majority of these items are those that involve a ready-mixed seasoning or sauce. Marinades and seasonings are supposed to improve a steak's flavor, but in the case of the Aldi line of pre-marinated steaks, they do anything but. So what's the problem? In a word, taste. Many of the critics claim that these pre-flavored steaks just don't taste all that good, especially in comparison with other brands of seasoning or marinades, or even the recipes you could rustle up at home. So you bought the perfect steak. What next? Obviously, you'll want to cook it. But how do you actually find the perfect recipe? Well, fear not, because Aldi's got your back on this one too. Little do many shoppers know, Aldi's website includes a recipe bank that features a whole heap of delicious steak recipes. Fancy some Argentinian skirt steak tacos or some chimichurri marinated ribeyes? How about grilled steak skewers or tequila and beef barbacoa? These are just a few of the dishes you can rustle up thanks to the chain's online cookbook. Go wild! Vacuum sealing is a technique for preserving food that involves removing all the air from a package before sealing it. Eliminating oxygen significantly slows the effects of food degradation, a constant threat where meats are involved. So Aldi's choice to vacuum pack the majority of its steaks certainly makes sense, especially for anyone who's concerned about their meat going bad before they cook it. That said, mistakes still happen, and according to shoppers, Aldi's vacuum-sealed steaks sometimes go awry. If you happen to see air bubbles in a vacuum-packed steak, or if it doesn't seem to be vacuum-sealed at all, you're better off not eating it. The good news, though, is that the company's twice as nice guarantee allows customers to take tainted food items back in for a full refund. On occasion, some Aldi customers have also found that steaks can also look a little purple when they pick them up. If that happens, don't worry, these are perfectly safe to eat. Because the steaks were vacuum sealed, very little oxygen gets into the meat, which can give it a purplish hue. While this might be off-putting, it's actually an indication of freshness. Once you get home and peel off the packaging, that hunk of meat should revert back to its original color. If you're looking to get even more savings on your Aldi steaks, we do have one last tip for you. Get the ones that are on the way out. Though it may sound odd, shoppers recommend intentionally seeking out the nearly expired steaks at your local Aldi. Why? Since the chain is unable to sell meat once expired, 50% off stickers are automatically placed on all steaks, still standing 1 or 2 days before the expiration date. And if you come across a last chance cut with no sticker, don't be afraid to ask after your discount. As one customer explains on Reddit, twice in the last month when I saw stuff that was 1 or 2 days from the expiration date, I politely asked an associate if they might be marking it down. Both times, the workers stopped what they were doing and went to grab the 50% off stickers. It's also worth remembering that beef will generally keep in the freezer for up to 12 months, meaning you can put your steak on ice as soon as you get home.